This was me before I went vegan. 22 was when I became a vegan. I think I looked way more feminine back then. This is how I started to look like during my vegan journey. I've been vegan for 4 years, thinking it would make me very healthy, but I experienced the opposite. One of the reasons that I think I have become less feminine in the past 4 years that I ate a vegan diet, lived a vegan lifestyle, was the lack in energy. And that declined throughout those 4 years. Without that energy, how was it possible for me to groom myself, to make myself look ladylike, do my hair, do my nails, do all those kind of feminine things? And overall, I was just taking less care of myself. But I justified that through minimalism. I bought less stuff, but I did invest all my money, or I did spend all my money on food because I thought that was the most important thing. To make myself healthy, I need to buy organic and a lot of fruits and vegetables. I didn't need to spend money on fashion, on makeup, on my hair, on my nails, on the things I actually really liked from the inside. I was justifying my lack of energy and the laziness to dress properly, do my hair properly, look presentable through the beauty standards of today. Because they are, of course, pushing a certain standard to women through magazines and all those kinds of things. But I think through veganism and then experiencing the lack of energy, I justified that I don't have to be the same as all those women in the magazines, and we don't have to, of course, but I was kind of making excuses for myself that I didn't have to do that. Also throwing out all my makeup because it wasn't vegan, and some of them weren't probably cruelty free, and which led me to not wear makeup. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think the less makeup the better, and probably no makeup is nice. But from within, I do enjoy putting on some eyebrow pencil because I like my eyebrows thicker. I like putting on some mascara because it opens up my eyes a little bit more. But even those things I could not do. And I was justifying it through minimalism, through those beauty standards that I was rebelling against, kind of, because from within it didn't felt right. With that I mean, from within, I really like those things. I really like doing the extra effort to look presentable. Now I was struggling with this because from the inside, somewhere inside, I wanted to do those things, but I just couldn't bring myself to do those things because of the lack of energy, first of all. I remember how just cleaning my nails was a struggle. It was hard to get myself to clean my nails. Grooming myself, washing my hair, which I also justified time through doing the no poo method and stuff. And I'm not saying that all these other things are bad, but I noticed that I was just using them as excuses to not put some effort into my looks. I also noticed that during those 4 years, my hair thinned. It became brittle, it broke very fast, and my curls just didn't have a nice texture anymore. I noticed my skin getting worse, really dry, bumpy. In the beginning, it did clear up a lot of my very cystic acne that I had, but my skin never really cleared up. It never got good, and I always kind of struggled with it until the last year, the last half year, I started to break out with heavy cystic acne again, which led me also to become desperate and find for a solution, which I luckily found quitting veganism. Anyhow, I also noticed my skin, my muscles vanishing. My body became really like jelly-like. First I had a toned athletic physique, and without much effort. I would exercise here and there, do some soccer here and there. But during those 4 years when I started to eat vegan, when I was vegan, my whole life revolved around wanting to get a good physique. I wanted to go to the gym, I wanted to do all those extra efforts because probably somewhere unconsciously I noticed my body just degenerating, deteriorating, losing my muscles. So that became a whole obsession, and I one time want to make a video about that because I want to go back to my old self, how I exercised and not train with heavy weights anymore. It's not really a thing for me. I noticed myself getting more cellulite, which I did not have before, prior to going vegan. And that terrified me the most, just the loosening of the skin. And also I've gotten a little more facial hair, which I like more than I had before. Of course I had some, but it wasn't that noticeable as now. Now I have to take care of it, get rid of it. I get like hairs here and hairs here, and yeah, that's not so nice. It's not this thick hair, but a lot of tiny hairs. And I think all of these things have a lot to do with hormones, and these completely went out of whack while I was eating a vegan diet, very low in fat, no salt, which the things that I avoided in the beginning especially. And my boobs shrank a whole cup size. And I also started to do the no bra thing, which I also think is kind of nice. You don't have to wear a bra constantly, but I do enjoy them. They're cute, and I like cute things. So that was another thing I was denying myself throughout this journey. All these things were happening with me. I felt my mind degenerated, became very depressed and low, and I noticed my body degenerate. So I tried to find solutions for that. I went to the doctor, which is of no help at all, just giving me creams, wanting to put me back on birth control. He just wasn't helpful at all. I went to beauty specialist, and I remember one lady mentioning that the acne on my skin and the bumps were so bad, that I had so many of them, that I should consider quitting dairy and consider quitting eating cheese and just lessening the animal products, she said to me. Well, little did she know, but I told her afterwards that I was vegan and I did not consume any of those things. And that was when I was vegan for 3 years. Around the end of 2017, it was when I started to work out heavy. And I started to eat a lot more calories because I wanted to get my shape back. But that left me very depleted. I trained really hard with heavy weights. I don't know how I managed eating a vegan diet like that, but in that first period of training really hard, I gained so much weight. I gained so much that I got the heaviest I've ever been. Then I wanted to lose all that weight. I thought probably when I lose the fat, I will see my muscles like popping through from all that working out. Well, I didn't have anything. My muscles weren't there. And I just got so confused, so desperate, and so low. And I just didn't know. I didn't enjoy food anymore. I just didn't know how to eat anymore. But I remember towards when I switched back to eating normal again, eating now a more carnivore-based diet, more keto, avoiding carbs, I upped the fat and the protein, and that did make me feel a little better. I almost consumed a coconut every single day, ate all the fat out of it. I added more avocados. I had vegetables more than fruits. I tried to skip all the fruits. I had raw protein shake that I made for myself, and just try to avoid the sugars and eat more fat and protein, which made me feel a little bit better, but I was still struggling and not feeling well. I tried so many different types of diet during my vegan journey, but it left me depleted. It left me without energy, and in overall, it made me less feminine. And you can have your own definition of femininity. I can have my own, and I just lost it. Just in my whole appearance and from within. And perhaps that doesn't happen to every single girl that goes vegan. Maybe I'm an exception. But also in my own experience, the vegan girls that I have met in real life weren't very feminine either. Maybe I haven't met the right ones or whatever. Just in my own experience, in my own journey, I lost that feminine energy throughout this journey, and I am definitely getting it back now. When I consumed animal products again and just avoided all the carbs for that time, because I had some healing to do with my digestive system. Like I felt my energy coming back into my body. I felt the interest coming back. The things that I really liked, I was able to do them again. I was able to groom myself, do nice things with my hair, do my nails again. I got my interest back in fashion, like dressing up nice. And that all happened in the last 2 months, now 2.5 months. And I'm already so amazed with the progress I made in that time. And if it wasn't for the help of Primal Edge Health and their Keto and Carnivore collective, I don't think I would have progressed this far already. I joined that collective. I learned so much about a ketogenic diet and a carnivore diet. I'm starting to find out what feels good for me. And where I feel healthy, I feel more energetic and I feel more feminine. Again, like I feel like a woman. At first, I denied myself of all these things that I actually really liked at the core. I justified it through minimalism, the beauty standards of today, through vegan, cruelty-free products. But I noticed that it is about what you like. You cannot put someone else's belief system upon you and try to live like that if you don't resonate with it. And somewhere I always didn't, I think. I was just in search of health. And it all seemed so good and nice, but it just did terrible things to my health and to my mind and my soul. It all comes down to my decisions. It was my fault that I started this vegan journey, but I also learned so much from it, and I also don't regret it, because now I know that it didn't work for me. And I tried really hard for 4 years, but now I see the difference. In these past 2 months, with those 4 years, there's a significant change in my mindset, in the way I look, in the way I feel, compared to then. And this feels better. I will be back with more videos. I want to thank you very, very much for watching. Share your opinion in the comment section down below. What do you think about the vegan diet? Did you experience some similar things to mine? And one more thing I would like to tell you is find what feels good for you. See you in my next video.